things you do not want to touch. It's called a jumping cholla, and you notice they're on the ground, fall down, and if you pick those bad boys up, it's like Velcro. It'll stick in your foot or whatever, and then if you grab it, you'll be stuck to your foot, and if you grab it with the other hand, you'll be stuck with both hands stuck to your foot, unless you decide to rip it out, which is going to be pretty painful. So anyway, that's the jumping cholla. This is John Scott Dixon, Marketing on the Run, and I'm going to take you on another run. Actually, I'm still continuing on a run, but I wanted to, while it's fresh in my mind, continue with this semantic marketing concept and outline for you a way you can start thinking about your own website, specifically your home page or landing pages. So you can turn this off if you do not have market segments, meaning if everybody that comes to your site is exactly the same person, no differentiation, no reason to speak to any particular group differently, then I'd go spend your day doing something else than watching this. If, however, you do have market segments and you want to discuss how your website could be addressing those market segments more effectively for reduced bounce and increased conversion, longer time on site, then stick with me. So I'm right on this path up here that looks pretty cool. Show it to you. It's really cool in the winter because sometimes, I don't know if I blinded you pointing in the sun there, but sometimes in the winter this actually almost is in cloud level. So you can run up here, it feels like I'm some sort of Highlander or something. But anyway, so we're going to talk about the hospitality industry. It's one where we're actually picking up steam, and so I know it pretty well, fluently enough to talk about without still be able to focus on my run. In the hospitality industry, particularly where a property is capable of hosting large events or meetings, the primary source of revenue, maybe as much as 80%, comes from meeting planners and the fact that they're going to bring a convention, a lizard, to your property. However, when you look at most websites of hotels and resorts, you're going to see that it appears to be aimed at the vacationer, the person that's going to come and stay for a couple nights with their family. They represent somewhere around 20% of the revenue, but yet it's 100% of the focus of the website. So let me take you through a meeting planner. Let's say we have a property in La Jolla, and its competitors are the Estancia, the La Jolla Hyatt, the Carlsbad Four Seasons, and so if a visitor to your website has visited one of those properties and has actually clicked on a link that says events and meetings and events or something like that and gone to that section, we'd probably just call that a mistake. I mean, it's easy enough to hit that button. We wouldn't really change anything on the website. However, if that person has traveled to 2 or 3 of your competitors and clicked on the meetings and events section, well, that's a different story. Now they're starting to look a little bit more like a meeting planner. So what we might do is adjust that homepage upon their arrival to be about 20% oriented toward meeting planners. Okay? Because we're pretty confident, but not 100%. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick here. Heating up. So 20%, right? Now I'm going to take you to the other extreme. And that is, let's say that they've not only, that they visited one or more of your competitors, and you know how they'll have a place in there called request for proposal. You may or may not know that, but all of them do. And let's say that individual has filled out at least one of those forms on a competitor site. And when they complete the form and they hit submit, what happens is that there another page is served that says, we've received your request for proposal. Somebody will be in contact with you shortly. Pretty standard, right? Well, that page has a very specific URL in most cases, not always, but in most cases. So what we're able to do is say, you know what? When we see that, it's a pretty strong indication of competitive commitment. Just to get a feel for, I'm running up another big hill. Can't look at it. Okay, so that's competitive commitment. Now, if we triangulate that experience with the fact that they've also been on a national meeting planner association website, whether a local or national chapter, there are probably half a dozen varieties of those. So if we see that, and we know they've done some level of competitive commitment, well, man, that's a pretty strong indication that we've got a meeting planner. So what we will probably do is adjust that homepage to about 90% meeting planning. 10% just in case we're wrong, 90% because we're probably right. That's a pretty powerful way to greet a meeting planner, wouldn't you say? So again, if you want to learn more about that, visit our website, semanticator.com. SEMANTICATOR.com. This is John Scott Dixon. Tweet me, Marketing on the Run.